adults, children of all ages. Welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, this is New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Junior 26 Best Matches of this tournament. Every May, for the last 26 years, New Japan Pro Wrestling has put together the best of the Super Juniors, or also known in the United States as Cruiserweights. They have what's called a block format, and they have 20 of the best Super Juniors in the world, 10 in each block. You have block matches, where basically you wrestle the people in your block all one time. If you win, you get 2 points. If you lose, it's 0. If you do a time limit draw, it's 1 point. At the end of the tournament, the two from Block A, Block B, the top point getter from each block faces off in the finals. The winner gets a Super Junior Heavyweight title shot at Dominion. Now, 15 shows over about a 3-week period, 135 matches total. There's a lot of 6-man tags and tag team matches during the tournament as well. So, after watching all these wrestlers, all these matches from the Super Junior tournament, I've compiled the best matches of the tournament. All these matches were 4-star or higher, based on my personal rankings. There's 22 of them. Now, in the best of the Super Juniors, the Junior Heavyweight Champion, Dragon Lee, was a part of it. And during the tournament, if the Junior Heavyweight Champion wins the tournament, he handpicks his opponent for Dominion. Now, during his block matches, anybody who pins him is guaranteed a future Junior Heavyweight title shot. So that kind of adds to the intrigue as well. So we're going to run down the 22 best matches, all 4-star or better. And then once we get to the number one match on here happens to be the finals of the Super Junior tournament. Obviously, most of you wrestling fans already know who won the battle of the best of the Super Juniors. And if you don't know, you will. Because he is, in my opinion, the best in the world. When the PWI 500 comes out in August, September, I don't know how this guy will not be on there as number one. So we're going to start with number 22 on the list. 4-star match from day 3. Taiji Ishimori versus Marty Scurll. Ishimori getting the victory. Number 21 comes from day 2. Also 4-star match. Taguchi versus Yo. Yo is one half of Roppongi 3K. Him and his boy Sho. They're actually the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, and they're doing singles in this tournament. So Taguchi got the victory there in that day 2 4-star match. Number 20, coming from day 10, another 4-star match. Sho versus former Junior Heavyweight Champion Taiji Ishimori. Ishimori did get the victory there. From day 4, number 19 on the list, 4-star match, we had Robbie Eagles versus Ren Narita. Ren Narita is, he's part of the Young Lions from the New Japan Dojo. He was actually put in this tournament at the last minute due to an injury with El Desperado. Even though Ren Narita got 0 points in this tournament, just watching him from day 1 through, I think his last match was day 14, he grew so much. I'm looking at Ren Narita as a future Will Ospreay type. He just gives me this kind of, reminding me like, it's like a young Will Ospreay kind of. Will Ospreay, Ricochet, that type. I think he could turn into that. So number 18 on the list, also from day 4, was a 4-star match. We had Bandito versus Yo. And Yo got the victory. Now Narita, Robbie Eagles did get the victory on that. Coming from day 7, number 17 on the list, 4-star match. Shingo Takagi versus Marty Scurll. Takagi getting the victory here. Shingo Takagi. Number 16 on the list, coming from day 9, was also a 4-star match. my boy, Will Ospreay, the Aerial Assassin versus Ren Narita. Like I said, Narita had some really good matches here, especially when he was in there with the Robbie Eagles from earlier, now with the Will Ospreay. Even though Ospreay did get the victory, Narita did put on a pretty good performance here. Number 15 on the list, coming from day 2, we have Bandito versus El Fantasmo. El Fantasmo recently making his New Japan debut, coming from the UK, who is currently the undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion. He beat David Starr in a Red Pro Epic Encounter, won a TLC match for that British Cruiserweight title. So great to see El Fantasmo have a great time. He is part of Bullet Club. So we had a lot of Bullet Club members in this. We had Taichi Ishimori, Rubber Eagles, El Fantasmo, all representing Bullet Club. Number 14 on the list came from day 1. Shingo Takagi versus Sho. 4-star match. Shingo Takagi getting the victory there. Also from day 1, we had Taichi Ishimori taking on the Junior Heavyweight Champion, Dragon Lee. This was a 4-star match. Taichi Ishimori actually getting a victory over Dragon Lee, which gives Taichi Ishimori a future Junior Heavyweight title shot. So once the winner of the battle of the Best of Super Juniors gets their shot at Dominion, down the line, Taichi Ishimori does get a title shot for beating the Junior Heavyweight Champion, which this is a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom. Dragon Lee actually won in a 4-way, and Ishimori was champion then. So number 12 on the list, this actually comes from the final day. This actually wasn't a part of the actual Super Junior tournament. This was just one of the big 3. I mean, they had like 3 main events on the finals. We had Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Jay White. Switchblade Jay White, the leader of the Bullet Club. Got a great victory over Tanahashi here. 4-star. Just an amazing match. Watching Jay White wrestle from Ring of Honor. He gets into New Japan, part of a faction called Chaos. And then after leaving, turning on Okada, him and Gato going to Bullet Club. When Omega left, he became the leader of the Bullet Club. He's been an IWGP World Champion. He recently lost it at G1 Supercard to Suzuki Okada. But watching Jay White here with this match against Tanahashi, it's just like you can just see how they're building Jay White up. I think within the next 2 to 3 years, Jay White will be to almost to the level of what Omega was in New Japan, Kenny Omega. I think they're wanting Jay White to be the next Kenny Omega. So as we get number 11, come from day 9. This is a 4.25-star match. We had El Fantasmo versus the leader of Roppongi 3K, Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero had some great matches here. Never really got a lot of victories out of those great matches, but he's kind of the type of guy. He's a veteran of the ring, been around a while. He can wrestle up to the level of his opponent here. This time with El Fantasma, a 4.25-star match in which El Fantasma won. Next up from day 13, we had Shingo Takagi versus Taichi Ishimori. Shingo Takagi getting the victory. 4.25-star match. Great match. 2 guys who will... Ishimori is already a former Junior Heavyweight Champion. Shingo Takagi will eventually... He's got to be champion somewhere. He's that talented. Alright, now... As we get through the top 10 here, I am not a Will Ospreay plant. I am not a up-ass of Will Ospreay kind of fan. But I recognize quality matches when I see it. Number 9 on the list came from day 6. It was Will Ospreay versus Yo. Will Ospreay getting a victory in a 4.5-star match. Just a typical great Will Ospreay match. That's from day 6. Number 8 on the list. from day 4, we had Will Ospreay versus Rocky Romero. 4.5-star classic. Ospreay being Ospreay. Again, Rocky Romero raising his game up to the level of his opponent here. Number 7 on the list came from day 2. Will Ospreay versus Bushi. Bushi, great talented wrestler out of Mexico. Just an amazing match and what needs to. I mean, if this match would have got more time, I definitely would have went up on the 4.5-star. But Ospreay getting the victory. Like I said, 4.5 on that one. That was number 7. Number 6 on the list. This was part of the final episode, the finals, day 15, the finals. We had the IWGP United States title on the line. Just an amazing way the story was told here. It was IWGP champion, U.S. champion Juice Robinson versus Jon Moxley. Throughout the tournament, throughout the Battle of the Super Juniors, we had these vignettes playing. Every time Juice would be out there in commentary or whatever, it was directed toward Juice Robinson. It would start with kind of highlights of Juice, and then it would have this kind of distinctive Death Rider kind of on the back of the jacket. It said Death Rider, and you couldn't really tell who it was up until AEW's Double or Nothing, when Moxley came out, and on the back of his coat he had that little logo that kept appearing in these videos. That's when it was like, oh shit, that's Jon fucking Moxley. Death Rider Jon Moxley. And so it's like, holy crap. And of course, once that came out, obviously people realized who was coming to New Japan. And it was actually officially announced it was Jon Moxley. Going to take on Juice here. And they talk about a feud from FCW like 10 years ago, when Jon Moxley first got to NXT, in fact before NXT, when it was FCW, with Juice Robinson, and how they feuded, and how Juice left and became a star in New Japan, and obviously Moxley went on to the main roster and became a star, and here they are, you know. And Juice back in the day had like dreads and everything, and for this match he actually cut him off. It's like a new Juice Robinson now. What Moxley knew of Juice Robinson 10 years ago is different than it. I thought it told a great story. I thought the match was phenomenal. It turned in more of a Extreme Rules type of match, and I love these referees in New Japan. The refs know what, yeah, screw it, go ahead, kill each other, I don't care, kind of deal. And it was great. The match went all over. Moxley ended up getting a victory. So Jon Moxley is the new IWGP United States title. Now, the reason that match and the Jay White match are on here is, yes, they were part of the Battle of the Super Junior tournament. They weren't actually one of the tournament matches, but they were great matches during the shows, during these 15 shows and these 135 matches. Number 5 on the list comes from day 3. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Dragon Lee versus Show. Dragon Lee getting a victory. I gave this 4 3/4 star. It was just an unbelievable match. Looking how great Show, going from a tag team specialist as a Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion into the tournament here. Number 4 on the list. Kind of one of those dream matchups that I've seen now in Red Pro. Now I'm seeing it in Red Pro Progress. Now I'm seeing it in New Japan. Will Ospreay versus El Phantasmo. 2 of my favorites around the world. Day 7. Wow, what a match this was. Will Ospreay getting the victory. I gave it 4 3/4 star. It was just, it was great. It was just a, you know, wonderful, terrific Will Ospreay El Phantasmo match. Both of them doing their thing. The one thing that El Phantasmo does that I really think is intriguing is, we all know how Taker kind of walks the ropes a little bit. Well, Phantasmo walks all the way around the ring on the top rope, and then he can do these freaking jump up kind of moonsaults. I'm like, dude, what the frick? The balance that he has to do that is unbelievable. We all know how great Will Ospreay is. Number 3 on the list comes from day 8. We had Shingo Takagi versus Dragon Lee. Now, obviously, Dragon Lee is the junior heavyweight champion. Anybody who beats him gets the title shot sometime. Shingo Takagi beat Dragon Lee here, so he is entitled to a future title shot. This match was great. I gave it 4 3/4 star. Unbelievable how talented both these guys are. Number 2 on the list comes from day 8. This was actually a rematch from WrestleCon during WrestleMania weekend. We had Will Ospreay versus Bandito. It reminded me a lot of that match. It's just, okay, you have a great Will Ospreay, you have a great Bandito, put them together, here's your match. 4 3/4 star. Just unbelievable ability for both these guys, both young, talented. The future of professional wrestling is right here in Will Ospreay and Bandito. 4 3/4 star, just like I gave the WrestleCon match. Alright, the best match of all 135 came down to the final match. The finals of the block tournament. Block A winner versus Block B winner. Will Ospreay versus Shingo Takagi. Shingo Takagi went undefeated during this tournament. Won all 9 of his block matches. So you're like, okay, how are they going to play this? It was the best match of the year. You heard me. One of the best matches of the year. Over recent years, I started actually going with 5-star ratings. Takeover Philadelphia, Andrade St. Thomas, Johnny Gargano was the first match I ever went 5-star. This match, 5-star. To that level, to the level of Gargano and Cole, this is what this match was. Surprisingly, I'm shocked that the winner of this, Will Ospreay, actually won this match. I thought it was more of a passing of the torch. Oh no! Will Ospreay, King of the Super Junior 26, gets that title shot versus Dragon Lee at Dominion on Sunday, live on NJPW World. That match is going to be freaking just ridiculous anyway. So coming out of this, obviously Will Ospreay won. He gets the first title shot. Taichi Ishimori also gets a title shot. Shingo Takagi also gets a title shot. So Dragon Lee is going to have some great matches. Definitely I'll try to review Dominion sometime early next week. But yeah, if you have a chance and you have access to NJPW World, please go check it out. Kevin Kelly's on commentary, English. These matches were just beyond phenomenal. That's how professional wrestling should be done, is what they're doing here with these matches. So that wraps up New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors, best matches. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content. Dave Meltzer, if you get word of this, why is Will Ospreay not number 1 PWI 500 2019? Make it happen. Ospreay 1, Johnny Gargano 2, or Gargano 1, or Gargano 1, Ospreay 2. I'm fine with that too. But it's got to happen, man. Come on. Best in the world right here.